Hey, so I told you guys I was gonna do a Q&A session. Um, I asked like a bunch of questions, or asked you guys to give me a bunch of questions on my Instagram, but honestly, like the questions are, I don't want people writing me like sex, boob, like that's not a question. So, like if you actually want to know me, like ask me real questions. I did get a lot of real questions too, but I'm just gonna, I think I just literally Googled like Q&A questions. So I'm gonna just pick random ones. I haven't even looked at them. There's like 200. And I'm just gonna kind of give you guys a little bit about me, let you guys see a little bit into my life, the real Shoppingbagsara. Let's see. What celebrity would you rate as a perfect 10? Just started off with that. I honestly am obsessed with Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know about you guys, but he is literally like my favorite actor of all times. Everything he does is gold. And he's fine and he's aging really nicely. So I would say Leonardo DiCaprio. What is the best and worst purchase you've ever made? I would probably say the best purchase would be a trip that I went on to Bermuda where I just stayed there for like weeks and weeks and kept extending my stay. I wasn't working at the time, so I could do that. And I won't go into all the details, but it was really memorable. And then the worst purchase was when I bought my Jeep Wrangler. And I don't know if anybody has a Jeep Wrangler, but there's this thing called the death wobble. On God, you can Google it. If you were driving like a certain speed, your car would literally like wobble like this until it like completely stopped. It was fucking terrifying. I don't know if I can say the F word, but anyway, it was terrifying. So that was my worst purchase. I wanted that vehicle right away and I just bought it. And I actually went shopping with my friend who was buying a car. And then she didn't even buy a car and then I bought a car. So that's the kind of person I am. What's a body part that you wouldn't mind losing? I don't know. Like, I want all my body parts. I don't know, like maybe like a belly button or something, or like like a toe. I don't know. Maybe like a tooth like in the back or something. I don't know. These questions are actually so weird. What the hell? What's the most interesting thing you've read or seen this week? I don't know if it's interesting, but it was exciting for me. I saw that Biden was in talks with his people and getting the border open again. I love Trudeau, oh Canada, but he's so anti-opening the border. I miss my friends. So glad Biden is in office and hopefully something actually happens. Who was your role model when you were a child? You know who I looked up to, like obsessed with as a kid, was Drew Barrymore. She definitely wasn't a role model. I didn't know that she was like totally messed up. But my role model, and still to this day, would be my dad. My dad's a pastor. Believe it or not, I know pastors' kids are the worst. But he is the smartest man. He went to university for like a decade. He should go on Jeopardy. I swear he knows everything. But not just that, but he's wise and caring. Obviously, he's a pastor and it's just in his blood. My mom as well. But I talk to my dad actually like almost every day. He's like my best friend. Oh, Dad, if you're watching this. Let's see, what else? Did you ever keep a New Year's resolution? No. I'm not answering some of these. Oh my god, my favorite childhood toy was this really like psycho doll. Do you guys remember a doll named Cricket? You would put like tapes, or those, what are they called, cassettes? You would put cassettes inside of her back and she would talk. She was super creepy. But I love that doll. Would you rather be hairy or bald? I think I'd rather be hairy because like you could just get laser hair removal and or shave. Bald, I don't know how that would work. You'd have to get like, I don't know. Where would you most like to live? There's a lot of places that I like living in, or not like living in, sorry, like visiting. Like I like to be in LA or Atlanta. Those are like two of my favorite spots, but I don't know if I'd want to live there, but I do. I want to live in Canada. I'm Canadian, and obviously I love our peaceful country. But probably just to stay in Toronto or Montreal would be my second favorite Canadian city, and then probably Vancouver. Vancouver is expensive though, so I don't know about that. Let's see. What famous person would you like to meet? Again, probably Leonardo DiCaprio. What's the most random thing you ever watched on Netflix? That one killer cat, the cat killer guy. What's that called? I forget what it's called, but I have a cat who's probably like running around behind me. But I love cats. I love all animals. And watching that was so messed up. Like I wanted to stop watching it after the first episode, but I legit like could not stop. It was just so interesting. And the guy actually, the killer guy actually ended up like living in an apartment down the street from my friend Lorraine in Etobicoke in Toronto area, which is super crazy. What's your hidden talent? It's not really hidden, I guess, but like I speak French and I play the piano. Those are talents, I guess. What would be your perfect job? I would probably say something in the fashion world. Like if I work actually in banking and finance right now, and I've had a career doing that for a long time. I know that people don't think that that's what I do based off my Instagram, but it is. I just want to let you guys know that social media and real life, they're not the same. So, but yeah, I would probably, dream job would probably not be banking though, even though I do love my job, but I would say doing something in the fashion world, like either like styling someone or like, I don't know, maybe working for like a fashion magazine where you can be like really hands-on and traveling and like being a really like a big part of like fashion shows. I don't know, something like that would be really dope. Let's see. What's the worst smelling place that you've been? Honestly, like I love shawarmas, but I literally can't handle like the smell of like a shawarma place. Like it's too much. Like the garlic, and don't get me wrong, but I love shawarmas. I'll eat it, but these questions are so dumb. What's the dumbest way you've been injured? So like I think it was like right when COVID started. This is so embarrassing. I was walking with my tripod down like a I had in my building, there's like a fire escape that I always like go down. I don't know why. But I was walking and like looking at my phone on the tripod and walking, and I just like missed 3 steps and just like walked off into nothing and fell on the ground. And this person was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I'm laying there like literally dying and crying. Somehow I get up and just walk back into my apartment. And then like 30 minutes later, on God, I couldn't even stand on my foot. So I had to crawl to my phone, and then an ambulance actually had to come get me. Like, it was so bad. That was embarrassing. And then I probably snowboarding. I was like holding hands with this person. We were like snowboarding side by side, and my board got actually stuck on top of his board, and I couldn't, like, I was just stuck, and I had to wipe out, and I broke my wrist. So I have 2 pins in my wrist actually, and that was embarrassing too. What's the closest thing to real magic? You know what? Like, I can't comprehend. I'm sure there's like a very like detailed answer for this, but I don't comprehend like flying. I don't comprehend how an airplane can fly in the sky. Such a heavy piece of equipment, or not equipment, but vehicle, I guess, can literally stay afloat in the air. I don't get it. I know there's like propellers, engines, whatever, but I just don't get it. I don't know if that's closest to magic, but yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna just do a couple more questions. I don't know. Who's the messiest person you know? I'm not gonna say that because I don't want them to be mad at me. Something you've always wanted to try, but you've been too scared to. I always wanted to like dye my hair like a dark color. My hair is like a dirty blonde naturally. You can kind of see my roots. But could you imagine me with black hair? No, I couldn't. I don't think it would actually look good. And I also wanted to try skydiving, but I don't think I could ever like actually get to the point where I could jump out of a plane. I don't think I could do it. What ridiculous thing has someone tricked you into doing or believing? I can't even think of that right now. I'm sure there's been like lots of situations. I'm just trying to look at these. No. The longest word I know? I can't think. I don't know. These are like hard. The funniest moment in my life, I was literally sleeping in my bed. I had a roommate at the time, and I was probably like 20. And you know when you're like waking up in the morning and you're not like fully with it? I thought like something was like tickling my foot, and I'm just like, no, like I don't know what's going on. And then I kept feeling like something, and I finally wake up, and I like slowly crawl to the end of the bed, and my friend is like laying on the floor tickling my feet, fucking dying laughing. We literally laughed so hard we were like crying, like I can't breathe. Also, my coworker and I do these things like, who would you rather save? Like a koala, like say a tree is burning down and there's a koala in the tree, or this person that we can't stand, and we just laugh about stuff. We're rude. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not nice. I would save the koala for sure though, over people I don't like. Favorite food, I love chicken pad thai. Worst food, I hate seafood. I will not eat like any seafood at all. It's disgusting. I actually grew up on an island in Nova Scotia, and I went to like a one-room schoolhouse. There was like very few people. It was like a fishing town, a little island. And apparently I used to like seafood, but now I like hate it. So I don't know if something bad happened, but I will not eat, like, not any exception. It's so gross. And like the fish have like, I don't want to see their eyeballs, and it smells, texture. It's like disgusting. Have you ever gone into a room and forgotten why? Yeah, I just literally did that today when I was getting my tripod. I walked into my room, I came out like 3 times with different stuff, but not the actual tripod. Okay, this is my last question, because I gotta end this. I could literally answer questions all day. Which time period would you visit in history? There's probably 2. Like, I would have loved to see like the 60s, just with, I love like that Frank Sinatra and Marilyn Monroe period. If you look on my coffee table, I have all like biographies of like the Rat Pack and like Katharine Hepburn, all the different like 60s, 50s and 60s actors, musicians. I'm obsessed with that era. And then I'd probably say like somewhere like during like maybe like the 1500s or something, just to see what it was really like. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do some of these Q&As so you guys can get to know me a little bit more, because I know, like I said, Instagram is one thing, and you don't really get to show your like personal side or who you are. So anyway, I just want to share with you guys once in a while a little bit about me. If you guys have any ideas or things that you'd want me to talk about or share, just DM me. I do check my DMs. It's hard to get back to people, and honestly, I'm a little bit scared because I've had some situations where people just act like crazy. And I've had to get police involved and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I'm not getting into that. But yeah, if you're respectful, I will always try to get back to you. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed me blabbering on for 17 minutes. That's a long time. Shoot. But anyway, thanks for watching, and just make sure you're liking and commenting and subscribing and staying tuned for all my future videos.